What's good, nephews? Marvel Rivals has finally released a patch update for the latest PvP experience, Blood Hunt, in the game. I'm super excited. When I first found out this was happening, I thought we were just getting the map. However, we're going to go over these step by step together so you guys get all the raw excitements and my raw reactions. If you like this type of content, let me know in the comment section. But first,
gave opinions, wasn't needed. Came clutch with a buzzer beater. Beast feast and he eats the beat. Whatever's left, let the buzzers eat it. Quick with it, clean record. Mayweather, undefeated. He came and he saw and he conquered. I got a slay at the concert. You know the story, the tortoise in here. You want the glory, your nose in the air. I couldn't care less about your money, phone, and your pair of shoes and your side hose.
all right, folks, we're going to just probably start up here at the top, show you guys, I guess, the Alchemex headquarters. For those who don't know, what's going to happen is on Thursday, which should be about 24 hours from now, we're going to get the release of the newest Alchemex map, which is, I guess, signifying the halfway point of Season 8. Cool, I'm great for that. But the real thing I'm happy for, outside of the, chrono rushes and the skins, is the Blood Hunt event. So let's take a quick deep dive straight into that and talk about exactly what it could mean for the game. Now, a couple of my predictions. I'm guaranteeing we're going to see some type of boost to the secondary ladder that each of these characters uses. For example, Shotgun, Punisher, super good, super prevalent. At the same time, a lot of people have felt as though he's a little underwhelming. So I'm anticipating that. For Moon Knight, I'm going to guess he's going to get a good upgrade to his punches, maybe some over health. Thor probably just needs a little bit more help when it comes to his little throw hammer move that no one uses. I do think Splash Jeff needs some love. Bubble Butt Jeff is still pretty good in my opinion. I don't think he needs anything. And lastly, for Squirrel Girl, the only thing I can think of is making the actual missile for her secondary form stronger. Making it, I don't know, scale with her overall equipment damage, because there's no real way of maximizing that. All that said, let's get right into it. So, the Eternal Night is relentless, but so are our heroes. This update brings a massive wave of super soldier level stat adjustments, specifically for the Blood Hunt mode. And for those brave enough to face the true darkness, the Nightmare Cap difficulty has been raised to 200! Y'all, that's huge. That's huge. Here's how we're tuning the roster to push back the night. So, boom, off rip. Oh, increasing the cap. Another 40 levels. I'm hoping we do something with these cards, because to be honest with you, let's be honest, 5 rounds, I personally would like a 10-rounder myself. Maybe a little bit more benefits from the cards, but hey, I'm happy about this. Another 40 levels added on. Everyone should be excited for this. Starting off with the Punisher, Frank is bringing the heavy artillery, the Barrager build. The Barrager build, if I'm correct, isn't that the shotgun build? Whatever, I might be confused. Increase the base damage buff applied to the education by the base stats of the rifle's retribution gear. So I believe this is the rifle, actually. He's gonna be increasing the damage for it. You increase the damage buff applied to the next shot after each education hit by the base stats of vibranium barrel gear. Okay, so increase the base damage of split bullets from shrapnel shot trait. Okay, so this is definitely his red track for his pistol. This is not his shotgun path, which I'm happy about. I don't think the shotgun was bad. I do think that the rifle just needed more love. Back in the day, it was a lot better for single target, especially boss killing, so this is a good update. Increase the damage of the extra horizontal trajectory bullets in the multi-trajectory trait, the sweeper build. That is the shotgun build, if I'm correct. Yeah, the sweeper build? Yeah, so you got the sweeper build, and then you have the barrage builder. So the sweeper build, we're increasing the damage of the extra horizontals. Good. Increase the damage, but the damage buff applied to deliverance by the base stats of the Marauder shotgun gear. Fantastic addition. Increase the Mithril slug gear's damage boost applied to your next shot after deliverance hit based on base stats. Reduce the damage fall off of piercing bullets in the piercing shot trait. Increase the damage of the extra fired bullets in the chain fire trait. And a bug fix. Fix an issue where the explosive damage from the gear expansion stats corresponding to the chain reaction trait was not taking effect. So Punisher was already missing out on some damage. I mean, are we shocked? He kind of gets the least amount of love in the community, but I'm happy about this. I think this is definitely going to be a huge boost in his damage, especially I'm curious to see how that explosive damage with the bug kind of goes. Curious on y'all's thoughts. All right, next up, Moon Knight. Khonshu demands vengeance, but requires discipline. Fist of the Moon God build. So they're not even touching his, we're whatever they're called, the Crescent Darts build, the Glide build, the Rider Glide or Dire Glide build. Awesome. Increase the base damage buff for enhanced Eclipse explosions provided by the base damage of the Uru Knuckles gear. Doesn't give us specific numbers, but whatever. Added a new effects to the Gauntlets of Thoth gear. Moon Knight now gains a percentage of independent damage reduction. I'm guessing that has to do with his, while he's attacking, has nothing to do with the cards or the overall damage reduction that's applied throughout your gear. I'm supposing it wouldn't make too much sense. Lastly, nerf. Ooh, reduce the base damage of Hand of Khonshu in the Fist of Khonshu trait. Come on! No one's using alts. NetEase, get it together. We're being ridiculous with that one. I give it a C+. I think that he's going to need a lot more than this to really get it going. But if they increase the damage and he got a little damage reduction, he should be more viable. Whew, Jeff looks long. No Diddy, no Drizzy. Next up, Squirrel Girl. Rodent Commander build. So this is the Friends build, where she's getting all those stacks of squirrels. Increase the base damage buff for Squirrel Friends provided by the base stats of the Great Lake Avengers banner gear. Okay, good. And second trait, Squirrel Missile. Boom! Called it. Squirrel Missile. Added a new effect where the missile damage now scales with Squirrel Friends damage. So does it, like, how does that work? Is it a percentage or is it an additive multiplicative? You know, if I have 100 squirrels, do I get 100% more damage per missile, or do I get that multiplicatively? They could have done a little more with her. I mean, Squirrel Girl is great, but they could have done a little more with that second trait. Maybe make her ult a little bit cooler. Whatever. Blade. I've seen a lot of people dropping videos on this. I haven't watched any yet, but I have seen a lot of thumbnails on it. Shout out to Nug Nug. He's a real one. The Daywalker is sharpening his arsenal. Purging Blade Dance build. So this is the sword build, not Gunblade. This is Blade. Increase the ancestral sword / damage. Say that 10 times fast. Increase the ancestral sword / damage buff provided by the base stats of the stakes of Yggdrasil gear. Reduce the base interval time for the spreading / paths in Blade Shadow trait. Added a new effect to Twilight Whetstone gear. Blade now gains a percentage of independent damage reduction. Silver Soulbreaker build. Okay, I believe that has to do with the gun build. Okay, for the Twilight Whetstone. Increase the damage buff applied to Hunter Shotgun by the base damage. Increase the base damage buff applied to the Hunter Shotgun by the base stats of Breathing Gun gear. What are we doing? That's insane. Gunblade, you and I are going to be at 200 before the day's over. Lastly, trait Reap. Okay. Added a new effect that temporarily guarantees a critical hit rate and increased dodge rate shortly after casting. I already love Reap for teleporting. If you guys haven't seen my Gunblade video where I'm teleporting around with them, check that out because I love it already. So more crits, more damage, W. Might even be able to go crit blade this time instead of precision blade. Lastly, we've got Jeff, the Land Shark. Oh, and Thor, I'm stupid. There's also Thor. The goodest boy gets even better. They love Jeff. Jeff is like Luna, but in furry form. Increase the max health and damage boost ratio gained after swallowing an enemy via the Big Fish Frenzy trait. That's dangerous. He already has uncapped damage amount he gets from doing this. Like, you can continuously do that effect. I know a lot of you might be confused on that, but you can continuously do this effect. You don't have to stop. So you can continuously swallow these guys whole. No Diddy, no Drizzy. But then you'll get that damage boost, so might be worth considering. Increase the damage dealt when ramming enemies with hide and seek provided by the base stats of the Deep Sea Propeller gear. Also great. I mean, didn't need that, but sure. Overflowing Waters build. Now I'm hoping he gets a lot here. Increase the continuous damage taken by enemies afflicted with the drowning effect provided by the base stats of Scud's Mouthwash gear. Increase the damage dealt by Aqua Burst to drowning enemies via the Whirlpool Water Bomb trait. Increase the base damage of the Splash Flash Pew Pew provided by the base stats of the Kraken Blaster gear. Jeff eating good. Jeff is the Luna of PvP. Sorry, PvE. He's the Luna of PvP. Sorry, PvE. I'm happy for him. I'm happy though. Thor now. Thunder Formation build. So this is the aura farming Thor build. I mean, increase the damage scaling of Storm Surge per point of Thor Force, and the Thunder Torrent trait. Increase the bonus health granted by the Aegis of Thunder trait. And a new effect. Thor now gains damage reduction for the duration of Storm Surge. Oh, that was his first one. Okay, cool. This is not Aura Farmer Thor. For Ore Farmer Thor, trait, Rolling Thunder. Reduce the spread angle of the extra projectiles fired while in the Awakening Rune state. No one's firing projectiles with Thor. Nobody. Increase the base damage of Storm Surge provided by the base stats of Gaia Sigil gear. So this is all just for that form of them, okay? Increase the damage of the extra projectiles in the Rolling Thunder trait. This weekend, by the way, there's a little info for those of you who are interested in the rest of this. You got the Weekend Surge, double XP. So through the weekend, you get double experience. I guess it's on weekends. So all weekends, you get double XP. I don't know if that's leveling. This is specifically, I believe, for leveling up your characters. Yeah, this is in the Blood Hunt category. So play on the weekends with your homies. Join our Discord. We have crews. And now that there's more levels, I'm going to be grinding back in that bitch. Anti-cheat rank compensation system. We're sending the TVA to prune the cheaters. Our new anti-cheat rank compensation system will begin its trial run this week. If you encounter a cheater in your match, successfully report them, and the system verifies the cheat, you will be fully refunded all rank points lost during that match. Note, placement matches do not award points and therefore are excluded from this compensation. So if niggas are cheating in my rank up match, I'm just SOL? Netties, what are you doing? Optimizations and fixes don't really matter. Overall, not really happy about this anti-cheat system, especially for like those of us who have to do our placement matches. The season like started what, 2 weeks ago at this point? I haven't even touched rank with all these damn cheaters going on, but hey, we'll see how it is. Also very confused because I thought at some point Netties came out and said that this was done already. So they're saying this is their first trial run. It begins a trial run this week. I mean, what have you been telling the players for like months now? Interesting indeed. Anyways, y'all, I'm very stoked about these changes. Very stoked about these changes to Marvel Rivals. Very happy about the fact that PvE is finally getting some love. I do genuinely believe it's the future of this game. So I don't know why they're focusing on all this PvP when everyone's pissed off and cheating. Nonetheless, if you guys enjoy these type of breakdowns on the patch notes or anything like that, let me know. I like doing them. I had a pretty rough day, gang. Unk had a tough day today. I ain't gonna lie to you, I took an L, but hopefully this video gets to, what, 1,000 likes or something, we bounce back. Hope you're all having a great day. Be sure to tell your auntie I said hi, and check out the video linked in the description or linked up here on the screens that should be appearing now if you want more Big Unk Chaos. Y'all been real, and I've been Unk. Take care.